Welcome to the Watchers. We are the Watchers. I'm Victoria Burt with Killer Shot Films.
And I'm Kevin Marable with blackscript.com.
Hi, Kevin.
What's going on, Victoria? How you
What's
doing?
going on? So I don't think folks will have to go very deep to figure out, based on the color of my shirt, what we're going to talk about today. Because we were both lucky enough to see a movie last night, a little early before it came out.
Yes.
I want to tell the people what we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good. So you got to go to a screening last night, as I did. We both texted each other when I was like, it's happening. It's really happening.
Yes.
And you went with your daughter.
I did.
I'm going to show you a really cute picture that you took. My picture, I look tired because I'm getting over a cold. I was like, you guys looked happy and adorable. So Wicked for Good, I think it's officially, we're taping this on a Thursday. It's officially coming out, I think, tomorrow, right? It was packed in this theater that I was in, and this was mostly industry. I went for the Producers Guild of America, and it was packed, and it was also packed with the guild from the Costume Guild.
Oh, wow.
And SAG, and so it was really, really crowded. Was your theater crowded?
Our theater was crowded. There was only a few open seats in the whole thing. We were maybe the third row from the front, so we had to lean back and look up.
Oh my gosh, you were doing that?
Yes, but it was good. It was comfortable. We have reclining seats, and I felt like we had the perfect distance.
Yeah, I want to take care of some business and say that we are super excited to share that we joined Patreon.
Yes.
We want to be able to do this for as long as we can do this, and any support anybody's willing to give us, even if it's just a follow. We have tiers, and we're going to evolve and grow, but please come join us there.
And we are just getting started. So
yeah, we're just beginning.
Please support.
Yeah. So let's talk about Wicked for Good.
Yes.
Overall impressions of Wicked for Good when you left the theater.
I actually enjoyed it. I'm not a big musical fan, but this I could get into. Obviously, I like Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande. They're a good combination together. I enjoyed the first Wicked. Didn't think that I was going to like it going in. It was a date night with our daughter. My wife, and our daughter went to go see it because she wanted to go see it, and
that's beautiful.
We ended up leaving the theater really loving it. So when we knew when this one was going to come out, we decided that we were going to do it together again. And so I brought my daughter along. Once I saw that it was an early screening, I said we have to go see it.
Yeah. Can I also just say, I am in green, but you are in a hue of pink. You're not in pink. You're in maroon. But if I were to throw some white on that.
Listen, I'm Team Elphaba, but I will rock Glenda today for sure. Let's do it for the pod.
We're gonna definitely talk about those two relationships. Let's talk about the cast. So Cynthia Erivo, Elphaba, Ariana Grande was Galinda.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Bailey was Fiyero. Michelle Yeoh was Madame Morrible. Ethan Slater was Bach.
Mm-hmm.
Marissa Bode.
It's Bode, and it's she was Nessa. Jeff Goldblum was the wizard. Bowen Yang was, I don't know how to pronounce that character's name. Fanny.
How do you know that?
I was just paying attention.
That's amazing.
Yes. And Coleman Domingo as the Cowardly Lion.
Oh, is that who's playing that animated character? I didn't know that. Directed by John Chu. Mm-hmm. There was there's so much to talk about. But overall, so you enjoyed this movie.
I did. Both myself and my daughter enjoyed the film.
Now, I'm hoping that you have your daughter close by so we can just I really want to hear what somebody young is.
Hi.
It's okay. Hi. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kayla.
All right. So tell us what you thought, because as soon as he sent the picture, I was like, I cannot wait to hear what you thought about this movie. You loved the first one, right?
Yes, I loved it. Like my dad said, I'm not a musical person either, but from the trailer, I really enjoyed it. So I was like, I really want to see this. This actually, I think, will be a movie that I actually will pay attention to, and it was. So when I found out the second one was happening, I was really excited because it's another movie I can be really in tuned into, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Did you like the songs? What song did you like the best?
I love the songs. No Good Deed was my favorite one.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
love that. Okay. I liked one Wonderful too. I liked that song.
Wonderful.
I liked that song. Did you like the costumes? Like I was way into, I was like, can I get micro braids? Do you have micro braids right now?
No, I have not listed box braids.
Okay. Close.
Yes.
I mean, everything about it, her nails, everything about it. I watched a YouTube video today, sadly, about this girl who bought, and I'll throw her name up so people can find it, who bought $25 to a $2,500 Galinda dresses. I mean,
wow.
It just, and I'm going to show you something that I bought.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you bought the doll.
I bought the doll with the micro braids.
Nice.
From FAO Schwarz.
Yeah, so you gotta leave it in the box. You can't.
I gotta leave it. I know. I wanted to play with it. I almost bought 2.
It's a keepsake. You gotta leave it in the box.
But really, in all seriousness, what's so amazing about this is, as a young girl, I'm older than you, Kayla, and I never had a doll like this. I never had a character like that to look at and be in awe of. So to buy this sort of tickled my young 16-year-old girl,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was so I'm so glad you got to watch this movie. Did you cry? Did you cry at the first one?
I teared up in the second one. The first one I didn't. I was just really happy.
Oh my God, you didn't cry?
No.
Girl, I was like this. I was head held crying in the first one.
No, the first one, we all were just really happy.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one, I did tear up towards the end because I was like, wait, this is the end of the movie. Like, there's probably not going to be another one. But who knows?
Well, if I know anything about them executive types, they'll figure out a way to do something.
They will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be a TV series.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Probably.
Yeah. What did you think about like the wizard and his relationship with Elphaba?
So I knew he was the dad from the jump. I could tell that he was. But I didn't like how he didn't kind of like him and Elphaba both didn't kind of correlate him drinking the bottles consistently throughout the second movie and didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Now, she saw him do that? I know that
Glinda did.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Elphaba did see him do that, but if you think about it, like she could have.
She could have. Was there anything that you particularly loved? Any costume you liked more than any other?
I loved Ariana Grande's last dress that she was in the whole, like the rest of
that pink one, the big one.
Yeah, the pink, blue, and purple one. I love that one.
Yeah. Oh, not the pinky pink one at the very end.
The pink, blue, and purple one. Mm-hmm.
The one that's in the poster.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember thinking in the movie when she was walking up the steps to go to the top in the pink dress, how was she getting up the steps in that dress?
Yeah.
I was like, that thing
walking in all of those dresses.
I mean, it was crazy. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
What if you had to say was your overarching feelings about it when you think about it, like outside of it just being good? Because when I really started thinking about it, I thought about it in reference to the first movie. And
Me too.
The first movie, right? I cried. I wasn't joking. Like I really cried. It really impacted me. And so, but I didn't have the same exact level of emotional reaction to this one as to the first one.
Yeah. I think they got a lot of that out of the way. You can definitely empathize with Elphaba in the first film. With the second film, it was already kind of set for you. So you already knew where she was coming from based off of watching the first one. And this just it really just felt like a continuation. I wasn't one who read the books. I haven't seen the stage play.
The musical.
The musical. And so I'm only familiar with the original Wizard of Oz, you know, and the movie starts off where the house is already, you know, the tornado happens, the house has landed, and you just see those striped socks and the slippers that are sticking out from the bottom of the house. I was waiting to see that.
They didn't give you that.
I love the fact that they told the backstory.
Yeah.
Or it was like a side story.
Yeah.
Happening all in real time as to what went on during the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
And that part I loved. And I loved how they were able to put all of that together and make it make sense.
Yeah, I liked it too. And I liked that they made Dorothy just seem ridiculous. Like, is that girl still here? That was funny.
Right.
And
whoever they chose is Dorothy, even though we only get tiny glimpses of it. Look just like you know, the Dorothy from
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland.
But what I thought was funny about it was she was such a side point, and you know, doesn't it always feel that way when you're a main character in your own movie,
right?
And you're a side character in somebody else's movie, you know? And I thought that the reveal at the end worked really well in the movie. It worked great on the stage too. But what I didn't expect was how political it felt. And how it felt like a commentary on America and politics and the wizard being a liar and all these things, and the animals going away, you know, because they're not wanted. And they were like, you know, and Elphaba was sort of like, stay and fight. They were like, we ain't got time for that. Miss Bear was like, no, no, we're out. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if people in this theater are going to have, you know, feelings about this. You know, I mean, I may live in New York, but I'm, you know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? And it was, and I had to remind myself that this book was written a long time ago, and this musical came out a long time ago, and yet it's still, it's even more relevant now than it was back then.
It just goes to show that a lot of this song and dance that we've been doing, even though it's current and is relevant, has been happening all throughout our lives, just different people in those positions.
And I think it also, like, the movie also has to shift gears, right? Like, so the first movie, it's coming of age, it's finding out who you are. And this movie, it's like, what are you willing to do? Right? It's like, what are you willing to do for what you believe? Right? Like, Glinda was very much living in a bubble, literally.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And, you know, that how much she was willing to delude herself versus what she really, you know, had evidence of, I'm still sort of unclear about, because the character of Glinda needed to have a little more dip into the dark side. You know what I mean? Like, she never, like, she did that one mean thing,
right?
But even that they pulled back on. Yes. You know what I mean?
And it wasn't really by her action. It was kind of suggested. Yeah. You know. No. Well, I mean, she wanted it, but she didn't take the action herself.
Okay. She says, use the sister. That's her trigger. That's her pressure point. Yeah. Did she know they were going to kill her? No.
Right. She didn't know to what length.
But who put someone's sister in harm's way?
Not only that, her sister that really couldn't, you know, fight for herself. Yeah. In the way that she should have been able to. But that is just cruel.
What did you think of Nessa? I did not like that character. I didn't like her in the first movie.
Really?
I mean, the actress is lovely and she played the part beautifully. I actually went to a New York Women in Film and Television gala last year, and she was honored. Lovely. Oh, wow. Lovely woman. I wasn't mad when the house fell. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. And then what she did to Bach.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
He left and she was like, sign it, lock him in. She was like, yeah, okay, go ahead. I was like, ooh, I don't like this character. Same thing, but also the consequences of people's actions. Now, yes, she had a house fall on her, so that is a consequence.
Right.
But there was something, and let me make sure I have her name right. The Michelle Yeoh's character, the Madame Morbo, right? She was heinous.
She was.
And all they did was see her be sort of like pulled away, right, at the end by the flying monkeys.
Right.
I wanted one more shot. I wanted one more shot of her in a dungeon.
Yeah, but she was really the orchestrator. You know, she was calling all the shots behind the scenes because.
And do we know why? I don't think there was ever any reasoning why.
Well, I mean, they kind of alluded to it. You know, one had to be bad for the other to be good, and they wanted, you know,
they wanted someone to hate. They wanted a villain,
right? And where they lived, their town.
Oz.
Ozians, the Ozians, it's kind of like living in that bubble as well, you know, kind of locked off from the rest of the world. Everything outside of that is dangerous and bad, and you know, so that's kind of the picture they painted. So one had to be bad in order to be good, but there were a few bad apples within that good space that was calling the shots on both sides.
Yeah, I was pleased when Glinda called her out, but I wanted like one more shot where she was imprisoned and you saw her in a tower or something. I just wanted that sort of like closure. Same with Jeff Goldblum, you know, his the wizard character, you know, he has this realization that was my daughter. He thinks he kills her, but then he just gets to like float away. I mean, they can't change his ending, right? But you know,
there could have been more.
It just felt like you thought I mean, but that's what happens at the end of a musical. You know, you have that like once she has passed away at the end of the musical, it's real fast. You know what I mean?
Wow.
In the sense that, you know, it's not as much. They stretched it out a little,
right?
Just a little. You know, they were trying to give the wizard his moment, but it didn't feel like his moment was the level of intensity to that was my daughter and I killed her. Right. Okay. So here's one of the scenes that I really bumped up against and had to remind myself that these are no longer kids in school. The Fiyero scene with Elphaba.
Oh, right. I was watching it.
You were sitting next to your daughter, right? Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I thought of you. I was like, he's watching this with his daughter. There were people in the theater with children, and I thought, you know, and I don't have kids, and I thought, what age can you know?
Yeah, and I like the fact that, you know, they showcase what goes on behind closed doors, even if you're in the public eye and all of that, but you have to put on the facade of always being happy and you know, faking the smiles and wanting to talk to the people, and you know, it's all about appearance and all of that. Whereas Elphaba, who's just being herself, you know, had to fight just to be herself. It's like looking in the mirror, you know, reflecting on it. Like, do I do certain things like that in my life? You know, do I care about, you know, the public perception of me? You know, am I lying to myself?
Right.
Believe, you know, make people believe that I'm happy and that I have all of this, when deep down inside I don't really want all of this. And I can't do the magic like everybody believes I can do the magic. She, you know, even
that was a very interesting point.
She was a little girl and she was trying, and you know, the magic trick didn't work when she had the wand, and then she tried again, and then somebody looked out the window and said, "Is that a rainbow? Did you do that?"
That was a great moment, because that really showed, I mean, who hasn't wanted something and not been able to do it, let's say. I mean, everybody can identify with that.
Yeah.
You know, but do you take credit for it? I mean, in that case, she took credit for nature, right? That was really, I felt something for the character. I felt something for her when I saw her as a little girl. That little girl was adorable, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why I sort of walked away feeling like I wish they had shifted. They were in adult stakes, and I wish I had felt more tension around those. I mean, I had a fun time. I enjoyed myself.
Right. Yeah.
But the stakes of the first movie felt so much deeper.
Greater. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. And there could have been a slightly stronger level of intensity when it came to the fighting, but I did enjoy their their martial arts.
That was fun.
And, yes,
but
even when Glenda did the twirling of the.
But they played it for laughs.
Right.
When normally two friends fighting, and think about what they're fighting over.
Mm-hmm.
You killed my sister. You took my man. Not the same level of pain, but
maybe they couldn't go that extreme because of the kid aspect. But then, if you were going to think of it that way, you should.
I mean, have you seen Euphoria? I mean, people can. I mean, like, because for Ariana Grande's character to grow, for Glenda to grow from a young, delusional, entitled girl to someone who's she's an ostrich, she's keeping her head in the sand, she's ignoring it, she's in the bubble, to waking up to what was really going on, to realizing that the wizard was a liar, to not trying to fix it all and be the hero, but like do what her friend says and not say anything, apologize. I didn't see the entire shift. So I didn't see, like, in a writer's journey, I didn't see the real bottom. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I didn't see the real bottom for that character. You saw Elphaba's bottom. You saw Fiyero's bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. and she had several aha moments.
Yeah.
Where that should have been aha moments to her, where she's realizing that not only is she lying to the public, but everybody else around her is lying, and the only real true person and real true friend is Elphaba, and it always has been Elphaba.
Yeah,
but she couldn't see past. She could
her
see
own desires. She wanted what she wanted, and I respected that part of it. Like, she went. The best moment I felt was when she said, "You don't want to give all this up," and she's like, "Maybe, yeah." I was like, that was real. That felt like, in the midst of all this pink and green and, I mean, the set design and the costumes don't yield to a suspension of disbelief, right?
Right.
I know I'm watching a magical place that's that I wanted just like a little more real emotion in it. And like that moment to me felt real. Like if you think about the first movie, that dancing scene where she's standing there by herself and she's feeling the feelings, right? The anger with her father, I mean, this was a kid whose father hated her. Right. You know what I mean? Like there was so much emotional pain, and even Glenda's like meanness, where she was kind of like bullying her, and then so when they became friends, it felt like you were just overjoyed. And then at the end, when she wouldn't go with her, you were like, oh my God, she's abandoned again. So that crescendo was there. Here, they never went to the depths of betrayal. They never went to the Fiyero loves you, which is like, why shouldn't he love her? Right? Fiyero loves you, and you told them to go after my sister. That's what I was missing. Like a little bit more. I mean, they had the little, Matrix fight,
Right.
and even think about this. Even the slap, was played for funny.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It was played for funny when that's not funny.
It could have been more serious. It should have been more serious.
It should have been more serious, because then them coming back together would even be more powerful.
Right. Yeah.
And who knows? I'm sure they had it cut many different ways.
That might have just been one of those decisions behind the scenes to where they had to make that decision and say, okay, this is the direction we're going to go.
My favorite scene was when the monkeys were freed. I loved that. I loved that whole thing. I loved the monkeys because they were dark.
Right. But I especially like that because at first they were under Oz's control and under Madame Morrible's control. Whereas in the original, I didn't recall that. So I was
confused. No, they're not in the wait, in the movie or in the first one, you mean?
No, in the original movie.
Okay.
I was
they never were.
Right. So I was taken aback because I always
Mhm.
thought that they were under Elphaba's control, the Wicked
Mhm.
Witch of the West,
Mhm.
because that's how it's painted in the original.
Yeah,
And
that's a clever twist.
right. So for them to have it one way and then ultimately switch to the other side, and as they're telling, the backstory of the Wizard of Oz, I was like, this all makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the way that they were able to tell the story in reverse, and even through the opening and how the bricks were being laid.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. And then the animals hiding and running for cover.
Yeah, that was great, right? When the animals were leaving and she was like, stay and fight. They were like,
right. So
we
I'm
gotta
getting out of here.
we gotta go. I was like, where's that hole at? I want to go down that hole.
Right. Now, one thing I know they focused on the bear, but
that was the bear from the mother from when she was a kid.
Yes, but in my personal opinion, if you're going to cast Coleman Domingo as the voice of the Cowardly Lion, but only give him one line or two lines.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I think it was a marketing and promotion technique. And they laid these little they had several announcements, they released several clips all throughout leading up to the release of this movie. And they withheld certain information, and Coleman Domingo as a Cowardly Lion was one of those things. So maybe in their mind, they probably figured it's worth hiring him, casting him, and paying him just to be able to use his name and his popularity, namesake, as part of the marketing for this movie to get certain people to come. But I was a little disappointed when I only found him to say like two lines. I thought there was gonna be more, and also thought there was gonna be more to, Dorothy, the Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion, and the Tin
you
Man.
wanted more of them?
I did, only because I grew up on that. So
yeah,
I was expecting to see more there, but the amount that we were given was just enough. It was just enough, I feel.
I didn't feel that way about the Cowardly Lion. As a matter of fact, let me give you two criticisms that I had. Outside of just that plot point, I didn't love that the animation, the CGI for the lion. I didn't.
I felt like it was a little weak too. I felt like all the other animals were much stronger than the lion.
Yeah, I felt like that was weak. And then at the very beginning of the movie, when Elphaba comes in, when they were building the road, and she jumps down and she does like some trickery with the broom. The CG was a little janky. It was a little Spider-Man 2.
A little Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna see the Corridor Crew do a video about that shot. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee next Sunday the Corridor Crew will be on their couch talking about the Cowardly Lion and Elphaba at the beginning on the broom.
Yeah. They did amazing with the reveal of the Tin Man.
Of course, it was oh my God, the Tin Man and the Scarecrow were amazing.
Well, yeah,
amazing.
I was curious to see if they were going to show the Scarecrow's face.
Yeah, it was great.
And when they did, I was like, oh, they took the time.
It was fantastic.
The texture and everything.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And that's another point. Did you notice the shot of Fiyero on the cross?
Yes.
I was like, wow, you're really being.
But the way they told the story, how they came to be.
Yeah.
All of that I liked.
Okay.
I felt like Cowardly Lion was just the weakest of the bunch.
And also I liked the Cowardly Lion being the little cub from the beginning.
Right.
That also, they should have given you. Okay, so I know how much time has passed because I've seen it. Did you understand how much time has passed?
Seen which part?
From the first to the second movie.
Oh no, it felt like it was like a pretty quick transit, pretty quick.
And it wasn't, because think about it, that would have been a good way for them to show us the passage of time. The little cub that she let go in the first movie.
True, I didn't think
was the Cowardly Lion.
Right.
but because the moment I was like, wow, I realized I forgot how much time has passed is when she was making out with the man. I was like, this is not some schoolgirl.
Not anymore.
She's about to get wicked in the bed. Right?
Right.
He doesn't have any clothes on. These are not teenagers anymore.
Listen, and she said, before they cut to the next scene, she said, this is the first time I actually felt wicked. I said, come on,
girl. But that they're adults now,
right? Yeah.
I mean, Glinda's getting married, but even that it doesn't really resonate. It doesn't like click in because of how they start the top of the movie.
And they made it a point to make her everything about her was pure.
Ugh. Yeah.
But Elphaba,
yeah,
get her back home.
Let's get.
we hitting them sheets.
Yeah, but that's part of the whole.
Yeah,
opposites of these two characters, right?
Right.
But and I think of it like Elphaba's got the darkness, and she's in the dark forest, and she's in the dark clothes, but she's really the light.
Yes, she held all power.
She was really the light, and the song "Wonderful."
Mm-hmm.
Then the monkeys are released, right?
Yes.
And then she's about to make the deal with Oz, and she finds all those animals in their cages, and she's like, "You better run," which I loved.
Yeah.
Now, okay, why not just kill him there?
Or why not put him in the cage?
Put him in the cage
and close that door,
and that's it.
Yeah,
Oz is fixed. Right? Okay. Yeah. And let that go. I let it go because, like, in my mind, I was like, I would have been like Alakazam.
I was waiting for her to.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he leaves, and I can't remember what happened. Something. Oh, I remember. All the animals come out and destroy the wedding. Yes. And the witch is like, Marble is like, oh, the wicked witch, blah, blah, blah. And they start chasing her, right? And then she flies off, right? Am I screwing up the order? When she goes to Fiero's castle, and then she's like, Namakanama. I don't know. Forgive me for not knowing the song. Namakanama. Right?
Right.
And the monkeys are doing everything with the fire. And then that last wide shot when she's like, I was like, I clapped.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fire right there. That was so beautiful, right?
It was good. It was good. And through all of this, Madame Morrible was really the Wicked Witch.
She was evil. So is it watchable? Yes. 100%. And is there anything that you would have cut out of it?
Is there anything I would have cut out? I don't think so.
Do you have to see this in the theaters?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah.
In order to capture the essence of it, I feel like if you watch it at home, like watching Wicked at home is not the same as watching it in theater.
No,
in my opinion,
it wasn't. As a matter of fact, I get highly distracted when I try to watch Wicked. I tried to watch it before. I tried to watch it like on Tuesday night, and I just got pulled out of it.
Yeah, and I would say for those who aren't musical, that they don't go to musicals and aren't musical movie type people, but are interested in going to see this, definitely go see it in theaters. I think you'll enjoy it better than seeing it at home. I would attribute it to like if you're watching baseball on TV compared to baseball.
Oh, that's a good way to say
at
it.
The stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you'll enjoy it better in person at the theater than you would if you were to catch it at home.
Well, Kevin, I know we're gonna pod again real fast because we have other movies to talk about.
Yes.
That we've seen a lot of movies in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I hope everybody will, if they miss any of our previous shows, they can find us on YouTube. You can go to our website. It's the watcherspodcast.com.
Yeah.
Please consider joining our Patreon.
Yes.
Even there are going to be some extra things on there that we're going to do. We're trying to do a live. We're trying to do a watch party. We're trying to do a watch along.
So we need y'all there.
We need you there. Thanks so much. Good to see you, Kev.
Good to see you too.